Stop being so desperate. There are plenty of men in this world. There are, 8 billion people in the world? 8 billion people in the world, and you're fucked up over one? Over one? Whose IQ is like nothing? I'm sorry. Was that rude?
You might go blind, blind, blind. When I walk through, they close their blinds.
Hi lovies, welcome back to today's video. I've been loving this setup. I hope you guys don't mind. It's just like very cozy and relaxing and just like zen to me. But today I wanted to make a different kind of video for you. Not different in terms of what I usually post, but just something very brutally honest. And it's gonna be all about how I survived my heartbreak. So without further ado, guys, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We recently got to 3,000 subscribers. I love all of you. Hopefully we keep growing. So yeah, let's just get right into it, guys. Okay guys, I thought that this was the perfect time to make this video because it has been 3 months, basically 3 months since my finding out he cheated on Valentine's Day, story time, and my breakup and all of the things. As you know, it happened on Valentine's Day. And I thought that these past 3 months have given me a lot of insight, a lot of clarity. And for anyone who is going through heartbreak or going through the ending of a relationship, I thought that this might be a good video for you. The most important thing I've learned throughout this journey is at the end of the day, you only have yourself. You can only depend on yourself. And I don't say that as a way to like shut everyone else out or don't trust other people, but you have to be able to rely on yourself at the end of the day. And throughout this entire relationship, I spent a lot of it doubting myself, doubting my intuition, questioning myself, telling myself I was crazy, and I wasn't somebody that I could depend on. And being outside of this relationship, understanding that my identity doesn't lie in this relationship, it didn't lie in this relationship, it's opened my eyes, and it's made me understand that I need to love myself more. And that's my biggest piece of advice for anyone going through heartbreak, is to love yourself first. Choose yourself first, not your emotions, not your feelings, not what is going to make you feel good in the moment. Choose the love you have for yourself first. Choose your honor first. Choose your boundaries first. Choose your self-respect and your dignity first before anything else. And that really helped me to move forward from this situation, because I started to understand that I am the main character in my story, nobody else. Never again can I put my emotions and my feelings in the hands of someone else. No longer can I allow my feelings or emotions to be dependent on whether somebody is in my life or not. Never again. My happiness, my joy will come from here. Will come from me always first. And that's the way it should be, because in a healthy relationship, both people are independently happy together. You're happy. But neither one of you depend on the other to make each other happy. You've got to be happy independently. You've got to love yourself. And when I say love yourself, I mean love the fuck out of yourself. Not, oh, I love myself, but I miss him, so I'm gonna text him. No, it's not love for yourself. That is love for how you feel in the moment. Love yourself, fucking respect yourself. If that man treated you like trash, stop going back. For what? What are you going back to? The same person that had you broken for? What are you looking to find? The broken pieces of yourself? Because promise you can't put them back together. Who you were is gone. You left it when you left the relationship or when the relationship left you. You need to rebuild and be better. And you need to have a little bit of self-discipline, okay? Like, there will be other guys, there will be other relationships, there will be somebody who loves you again. Stop looking for love in the wrong place. Stop listening to a man who broke your heart over and over and over again tell you he loves you. Is that the kind of love you want? Is that what love looks like for you? Because I guarantee that's not how you love. That's not the love you show. That's not the loyalty you show. That's not the person you are to other people in your life. Stop allowing broken people to tell you a bunch of bullshit. And you just soak it up and believe it because it makes you feel happy in the moment. If your skin is breaking out, if your heart is racing when you're with this person, if you have anxiety through the roof because you can never trust this person again, move the fuck on. Why are you staying? Why aren't you sprinting away? Why are you gonna go back to somebody who broke your trust? For what? For what? How do you even plan on rebuilding trust? Because the same person who promised you they would always be loyal, who promised you they would never hurt you, who promised you they loved you with their whole heart, gave themselves away to somebody else. Entertains all of those girls. They didn't think about you. They didn't give a fuck about you. So where do you even rebuild the trust? I don't think you can, because they never took it seriously to begin with. So how do you even ever trust anything that this person ever tells you again when your relationship was built off of nonsense, when this person was nonsense? Love yourself. And I know I sound harsh. I'm fucking passionate because I'm tired of watching people make the same mistakes I did. I'm tired of watching girls have their heart broken over and over and over again by weak ass men who don't understand how to have an independent, strong woman, who want everything that she offered before, gets it, and doesn't know what the fuck to do with it. I'm tired of insecure men getting into relationships with secure women just so they can bring them down, just so they can make them feel as insecure as they do. I'm tired of that. Tired. I'm over it. At what point do we decide it's time to pick ourselves up off the fucking ground, hold our head up high, and never look back? To have our standards and keep them, to have our boundaries and keep them, to not drop them the moment a guy shows you the good side of himself. The moment a guy makes you feel like he might be different, you drop your guard. Stop doing it. Stop painting red flags green, please. Stop. Just because he's cute, just because he's charming, just because he opened the door for you. Stop going into relationships and telling these men that nobody's ever treated you like this before. Stop. That shouldn't be something that you have to say. Find a man who does the bare minimum and then some. And when they do the and then some, don't be surprised, because it's what you deserve. Stop being surprised by the bare minimum. Stop being surprised by people treating you with decent respect and dignity. Stop acting like that is the greatest gift on earth. It is the bare fucking minimum. It is the least somebody can do. Opening your door for you, that's the least a man can do. Paying for dinner, that's the least he can do. Texting you good morning first is the least he can fucking do. Being honest, being loyal, being kind, being respectful, those are not wants, those are necessities. If a man doesn't come with that, he's not a man. He is a boy, he is a child. Leave him wherever the fuck he is sitting at. If he is not able to be the caliber of person you need, stop trying to force it. Walk away. Find somebody who is capable. Find somebody who is of the same caliber of you, who is not surprised by the bare minimum, who is not shocked when you show them love, who is not just mesmerized by the idea of a loyal and honest person. I understand we all have trauma. We all have trauma. You cannot use your trauma as an excuse to be surprised at the bare minimum. That is a lack of love and respect for yourself. I understand you meet people who treat you like shit. I've had my fair share of them. I've been in my terrible, toxic relationships twice in different ways. I understand. I understand that people can blindside you. I get it. But I will never sit in front of a man and be like, wow, thank you so much for holding the door for me. No, my daddy raised me way better than that. That is the bare minimum. Start respecting yourself more. Start respecting yourself more. Start loving yourself more. And stop allowing the bare minimum to make you fall in love. It's the bare fucking minimum. My next piece of advice is going to be stop giving it up so easily. Truly. If a man is not willing to wait, he's not a man. If a man pressures you into having sex with him too early on because that's just what girls do, or that's just what relationships do, or he can go and get it anywhere else, let him go and get it anywhere else. Please. Let him. Open the door for him, in fact. Go on. Be gone. That's not what we do here anymore. You are deserving of somebody who wants to know your mind before they know your body. And if they want to know your body before they want to know your mind, chances are they're never going to really give a fuck what is in between your ears. They're never going to care what you have to think, what you have to say. They don't want to know you like that. If they're willing to sleep with you first, if they prefer that, I'm telling you guys, might be an unpopular opinion, but I genuinely believe that the best people are the ones who sit in front of you and want to stimulate your mind before they stimulate anything else. The people who want to get to know you, who would rather be in your presence just to be in your presence than to only come around when you have sex to give them. Stay away from people like that, please. You're more valuable than that. You deserve more than that. You are a whole ass human, a whole human, a whole beautiful woman or beautiful man, whoever is watching this, who has dignity and respect and self-love for themselves. Start showing it. Please, start walking into people's life understanding that you are an asset, not an accessory. You are the person who brings something to the table, and you could meet somebody who brings something to the table as well, but never feel like you are an accessory to someone. Always know that you are the asset. You are the most important person in your life, okay? It's not main character energy. It's not selfish energy. It's having simple self-respect, dignity, and love for who you are. It is putting yourself first, so that you are not faced with the same terrible, toxic relationship stories that I am, so that you can find genuine, true, and honest love. It's not that hard. We're just looking in the wrong places. We're looking at the wrong people. We're giving too many people a pass when they should have been out the door. We're painting too many red flags green when they should have been bright ass red. And we keep giving too many chances. Stop giving people chances. Stop allowing people to show you multiple times they don't want you. Stop allowing people to show you multiple times that they don't choose you first. Stop. That was the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing for me to do still, because I naturally want to put everybody else in front of me. I naturally want to love everybody else more than me, until I decided that that no longer works for me, because every time I do that, I end up broken and they end up full. And so instead of me loving everyone else more than me, I'm going to love me first and love you after. I have more than enough love to go around, and I can love myself fully before I ever even think about loving anyone else. It's not selfish. It's not selfish. If anything, it's it's the most important thing you could do for yourself, because if you love yourself truly, you will not tolerate disrespect. You will not paint all of those flags red. You will not stay in a situation that you are unhappy with just because you're afraid of being alone. You will be happy being by yourself because you love who you are, because you understand that you are the best person to be around. You would rather spend your time with yourself over and over and over again than spend it mindlessly with people who don't give two fucks about you. Start prioritizing yourself. I feel like I sound so fucking intense. I just genuinely, every opportunity I get, want to save people's hearts, because mine's been broken and it's still recovering, and I hate that. I hate that I can't take that away from myself, but I hope that I can help prevent it in your life. I hope that you can wake up and choose yourself. Please, stop being so desperate. There are plenty of men in this world. There are, 8 billion people in the world? 8 billion people in the world, and you're fucked up over one? Over one? Whose IQ is like nothing? I'm sorry. Was that rude? 8 billion people in the world, and you are crying over the one who treated you like shit, who had no respect for you, who chose 20 other women over you? No, we don't do that anymore. In 2024, that's not what we do, okay? We stand up, we pick our head back up, we put our crown on, we keep our head up so our crown does not slip, and we walk through life as the bad bitches we are, okay? It's what we do. We're no longer accepting the bare minimum. We're no longer accepting people into our lives who are not mutually beneficial, because let's be honest, let's be real, your relationship needs to be mutually beneficial. It doesn't mean monetarily, but you better be bringing something to the table. If I'm bringing everything I bring to the table, you better be bringing equal. If not, you're not my match. You're not the same caliber of person as I am. I can no longer sit at the table with you. You don't belong at my table. Sit at the table you belong at, okay? If you want to be with peasants, sit with peasants, okay? This video is not for you, okay? You need to go where you are meant to go. You need to have a little bit of arrogance. That's fine, okay? People love to shit on arrogant people. I don't really give a fuck, because if you love yourself, go for it. Go for it. A little bit of arrogance, like this much arrogance, not like a lot of it, just like this much arrogance, I'm fine with. I have that. I have a little bit of arrogance. I can be humbled by the right person, but you best believe it's gonna take a lot. It's no longer gonna be people who are sliding into the DMs, no longer people sliding into the snaps, asking the same shit. I can tell you, honestly, weekly, about 50 different men say about 50 of the same damn things, and every single one of them is left on open, because I don't have time for childish behavior. I don't have time for people who only want nudes. I don't have time for people who only want sex. I don't have time for people who just want to talk about sex. I don't have time for people who don't have a career path. If you don't have a plan, get out of my face. Not having a career, not being established in your career, that's fine. You best believe you have a plan for one. You better have a plan for something. If you are not established in your career, that is just fine. But you better be planning for one. You better have A, B, C, D, E, F step. Okay? I need to understand what I'm getting myself into. Some may call it shallow. Exactly what I am bringing to the table. And I need to know that I will be around people who are not leeches, people who are not going to drain my energy, who are going to refuel it just as I refuel theirs. I don't have time for people who are not of the same caliber as me. I don't really care if that sounds shallow or not. Everyone is not like you. Stop looking for yourself in everyone else, because everybody is not you. Everybody is not going the same places as you. Everybody does not have the same goals and the same dreams and the same visions as you. Leave them. Leave them alone. If you can't see them aligning in your life 10 years down the road, what is the point? If all they have to say is how fine you look or how bad you look or how slim thick you look in that dress. Seriously? Seriously? The same people who talk about how, oh, I can't wait until we link, or I'd love to get to know you, blah, 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 blah. They never make it happen. Like, immature behavior. Over it. Over it. From now on, nothing but directness. And honestly, guys, it's all about the energy you give out. So if you're sitting there entertaining these childish boys who don't know what they want, who don't know what to do with a real good woman, I can't really even feel sorry for you if you're entertaining it. You've got to set firm boundaries. Take some time off of social media if you need to. Decide that people aren't worth your time. Everybody is not worth a response. Start living in your truth and in your own dignity and self-love and self-respect, and watch how far it gets you. I feel like I've been harsh enough to you guys in this video. I'm sorry. I love you guys so much. I'm just like so passionate about this because I think so many girls and so many guys fall into the trap of settling. I don't want you to settle. I want you to succeed. I want you to find somebody who is worthy of you, genuinely, truthfully worthy of you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.